Hello and welcome, dear electronic music addicts, to another episode of the EMA Podcast. Today, we're going to do a deep dive into some really electrifying developments happening right now in electronic music. We've got two main things to unpack. First, Tomorrowland's totally new indoor concept launching in China. Groundbreaking stuff.
Yep.
And second, the annual DJ Mag Top 100 DJs voting just kicked off. Always sparks conversation, that one. So our mission today: cut through the hype, figure out what this all means for the scene and, how these things connect. And honestly, Tomorrowland popping up in China like this with a brand new format. That's fascinating right off the bat.
It really is. I mean, this isn't just them expanding the map. It feels more strategic, doesn't it? Tapping into China's tech scene, that huge market. It might even change what we think of as a global festival. Maybe less about giant fields, more adaptable tech-heavy experiences.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that. Tomorrowland. The name just conjures up these huge, sprawling outdoor fantasy worlds, right? Belgium, Brazil. So heading to China for the first time ever is big news in itself. But like you said, it's not the Tomorrowland we might picture. Completely different beast.
That's exactly it. The key thing here is it's not the outdoor festival we know. They're calling it the magic of Tomorrowland, indoor mirage. And the sources are super clear. This is a totally new, immersive indoor concept. Not a festival, not just a DJ set.
An indoor mirage. Okay,
Yeah.
So different challenges like crowd size maybe, but huge opportunities too.
Yeah.
Controlling the environment, the tech.
Precisely. Indoors means total control over light, sound, visuals, everything. You can integrate technology in ways that are just, much harder outdoors.
Right, which sounds like what they're going for. They talk about fantasy, cutting-edge tech, immersive visuals, world-class music, this digital mirage idea where the beats are felt, seen, maybe even breathed. It sounds intense, like a parallel dimension.
It does sound like they're aiming for something deeply sensory.
How do you think that affects the vibe? Compared to the raw energy of a massive field full of people, is it more curated?
That's a great question. By controlling everything so tightly, they can build a really strong narrative, a theatrical experience that could create a really profound emotional connection, maybe even more intimate in some ways than being lost in a huge crowd. Right. We've got the specifics too. November 22nd, 2025 in Shanghai.
Okay, locking that in.
And the venue, it's called the Hero Dome, described as imposing tech futuristic.
Yeah.
Right in the Bund area, which is iconic. And it's over 13,000 square feet of pure electronic fantasy, as they put it. That's a serious indoor space.
13,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Wow, and the tech focus sounds huge. Narrative sonography, drone mapping. Did I read that right? Drone mapping?
Yep, drone mapping, massive LED screens, visually controlled effects, the works.
Sounds almost like a movie set meets a club.
Kind of, and they're stressing this idea that every attendee is an active part of the show, not just watching. Intimate despite the tech.
Does that risk feeling, I don't know, less spontaneous? If everything is so perfectly choreographed, part of the magic of live music is the unexpected, isn't it?
That's the trade-off, potentially. You gain precision, that flawless experience, but maybe you lose some of that raw, unpredictable crowd energy you get outdoors. It's a different kind of magic. And this isn't just Tomorrowland acting alone either. It's a big collaboration.
Ah, right. Who's involved?
Well, Tomorrowland, obviously. Then One World Artists, the global talent agency. Hero Esports, apparently the biggest esports company in Asia. That's interesting.
Esports. Okay, that signals the tech angle again.
Definitely. And also INS Land, who are known for immersive entertainment in Shanghai. Their stated goal is building a cultural bridge, connecting Chinese talent with the big international names.
And they're planning to stick around, not just a one-off.
Seems like it. The sources say they plan to stay in China, which suggests this is a long-term play, maybe a model for elsewhere too.
That's huge for the Asian scene. Okay, so lineup. Still under wraps.
Still waiting on the official list, yeah. But the expectation is big international headliners, like you'd expect from Tomorrowland, but balanced with carefully chosen local Chinese artists, which makes sense.
And tickets details coming soon.
In September, apparently.
Huh.
For ticket sales and more lineup info, but you can pre-register now if you're keen through INS Land's WeChat mini program.
Ah, the WeChat route. Makes sense for China.
Yeah, or through Tomorrowland's official China community channels. And they're offering perks for pre-registering, early access, chance to win tickets, exclusive merch, that kind of thing.
Standard playbook, but smart. So this indoor mirage, you wonder, is this the future? Climate-controlled immersion versus muddy fields.
It's definitely a big question mark, isn't it? It forces us to think. Are festivals shifting? towards maybe smaller footprints, but way more tech, more control? Could this create deeper emotional connections because it's so immersive and curated? This indoor mirage thing, it definitely feels like it could set a new standard for indoor electronic music experiences. A big gamble, but potentially massive.
Okay, so while Tomorrowland is changing how we experience the music, there's the other big news this week, which is all about who is defining the sound. The DJ Mag Top 100 DJs voting for 2025 just opened.
Ah, yes, the annual debate begins.
Right. It launched July 2nd, runs until September 10th. 23.59 BST, that's British summertime. The website is top100djsvote.djmag.com.
And this is the 32nd time they're doing this. Wow.
Yeah, 32nd edition. Still the biggest public EDM survey out there. Over 1 million votes last year, apparently.
It's undeniably huge. And its influence, well, it's significant, right? We're talking direct impact on DJ fees, festival bookings, global visibility. It really shakes careers.
Absolutely. And just for context, Martin Garrix won last year, 2024. His 5th time, tying Armin van Buuren.
Right, overtaking David Guetta, who won the year before. Your top spot there can change everything for an artist's year.
Yeah, and it's a big but. It's always controversial, isn't it? The main criticism seems to be, is it about talent or just who has the best marketing campaign?
That's the eternal question surrounding it, yeah.
People argue big budgets give an unfair advantage over maybe super talented underground DJs who just don't have that promo machine.
And the genre bias concern, too, that it leans heavily mainstream, leaving out innovative underground sounds.
Didn't fans try to vote for a fictional DJ a few years back to protest?
Yeah, there was that campaign to highlight perceived manipulation, or at least the marketing aspect of it all.
So are these criticisms actually changing anything, or is it still just this massive popularity contest?
Well, the criticisms are definitely loud, especially in certain circles, but the poll's power hasn't really faded in the mainstream. It's still seen as this, global popularity meter. Though one positive thing for 2025, they've partnered with Bridges for Music.
Oh, what's that about?
It's a social initiative. They're funding scholarships and mental health programs for young people from underrepresented backgrounds in electronic music.
Okay, that's a good step. Adding a social impact layer.
Exactly. It acknowledges a broader responsibility, maybe tries to address some of that imbalance.
So let's try and connect these two threads then. We've got Tomorrowland innovating with the experience, this intimate, high-tech indoor mirage. And then we have the DJ Mag poll measuring the popularity. How do these two influence each other?
Well, there's a really clear link, isn't there? Almost symbiotic. The DJ Mag ranking directly reflects the visibility and popularity of the artists who are most likely going to be booked for something like Tomorrowland China.
Right. High rank equals bigger gigs.
It's pretty much inevitable. Top-ranking DJs get the prime slots at these massive, ambitious events. It's a feedback loop.
High rank gets you booked. Big bookings boost your profile, helps you keep the rank.
Exactly. Which brings us back to that core debate.
Does the system reward genuine artistic merit and innovation? Or is it mostly about who can shout the loudest, marketing-wise?
And how does something like Indoor Mirage fit into that? Do they need the top 100 names to guarantee success for such a big investment?
Or could the unique experience itself become the draw, maybe opening doors for less ranked, but equally amazing artists?
That's the million-dollar question for the industry, I think. On one side, big names minimize risk for a huge venture like this. They guarantee buzz. But on the other hand, a truly groundbreaking concept could potentially create its own stars, or at least provide a different kind of platform.
So will the future be dominated by the same global superstars cycling through these high-tech shows?
Or is there still space for fresh talent to break through, even without cracking the top 100? The success of Indoor Mirage will be a key indicator, I feel.
It really forces you to think about what success even means in this scene now. So just to recap the dates for everyone listening, November 22nd for the Indoor Mirage in Shanghai, a potential glimpse of the future. And right now, until September 10th, the DJ Mag Top 100 voting is open.
Yeah, a chance to back your favorites, but also maybe pause and think about what these lists really represent, their power and their limits.
It leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? As these immersive experiences and popularity polls shape the scene, what defines the future more? The high-tech spectacle or the raw, maybe less visible, talent pushing boundaries underground?
A question for all of us in the electronic music world to ponder.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Electronic Music Addicts podcast. Don't forget to follow us for more information and analysis from the world of electronic music. See you soon, and remember, turn the world into a dance floor.